Hey guys, how's things going over there? I have gotten sick. I got sick. Sebastian gave me his sickness. So, oh my god, I've been so tired. It's just one of the it's not COVID, I promise. Um just super bad head cold, and I've been like dizzy and like super tired, and like my neck hurts. Anyway, but I got the kits finished. Sorry they took longer than I had said they would, but I did get them done. And I also finished all of these guys. So there's 12 of them altogether. There's a few things that I sort of wanted to do with these that I didn't wind up doing, but maybe next time. I did make some little charms for them. I didn't do the anagrams or anything like that, but I just I tried to make the charms kind of similar to what you'll get if you bought one of the kits. So a lot of the things that are on the charm, like there's just these just little game pieces and things like that. I didn't have any more of these little wild bird uh, cards to put in the kits, but anyway, so if you buy one of the journals, you get one. These really cool, like pre-Lego Legos. Anyway, and this is obviously removable. It just goes through a little eyelet right here on the spine. Anyway, and then I went through. I've been rearranging a lot. I do that a lot when I'm looking for inspiration. I just start rearranging things. But I decided to stop using that cube system that I was so excited about like a couple years ago for storing my fabric, because I couldn't see in the cubes, the boxes, the fabric boxes that go in them. So I pulled everything out of those, and now I'm going to use those cubes, I think, to store yarn in. I'm just going to stick the yarn in the square. Anyway, I'm totally off subject. But anyway, so I kind of sorted out some of my fabric stuff, and I wound up with this huge tub full of just like white, off-white, some coffee dyed, some tea dyed, just all kinds of stuff. So I pulled out lots of linen, like lots of strips of linen. There's some like satin stuff, lots of like tobacco cloth. Anyway, anything that was white or off-white or coffee dyed or tea dyed or anything like that, uh, I tore it into strips, and I just stitched it all into big, long, like pieces like this. So there's like 2 or 3 layers of whatever it was. I mean, I literally had like a mountain of it on my desk, and it all got used. And so some of this went into the kits, and some of it went on these. Each of these has a tie on it. Um, and this isn't necessarily what you have to use to keep your journal closed, but you could use this to keep the journal closed if you want to. I just thought it was kind of cool, and you could do all kinds of things with it. Like you could even just cut it up into pieces and make it into little tabs on your pages or for other journals or whatever. You could sew some buttons on them and whatever, all kinds of different things. Um, but anyway, so each one of them has that. Uh, and then I did wind up just doing elastic as a closure on these, because I wanted them to be able to just be really flexible in however much you wanted to put in them. You could do the elastic like that if you want to, but it's long enough that you could do that, but really it works better to just go around the outside, and that's pretty secure. Anyway, so sorry about my sniffling, you guys. Anyway, so let's flip through, and I'll show you how these guys wound up. So here's just our little tuck spot. Put a couple little bridge score sheets in here. This is the very last of my bridge score sheets that I had. I used to be addicted to them, and I would buy them on eBay and stuff, but anyway, I don't have any more. So you guys got the last of them. Anyway, so this is just a little tuck spot there, and then I went through drawers and just pulled out just different things that I thought you could use to make notes on or whatever. I don't know if this thing qualifies as a lap book, but I don't know. I guess maybe it does. I don't know. What is it? What is a lap book exactly? Like, what is that? What does that mean? Anyway, I have these little bags. This is kind of like, it's got like some stiff like metal in it, so you could like fold it up and then fold those back, kind of like a coffee bag, like if you buy coffee beans, you know. Anyway, so just little things. This is another flashcard. I was going to make these into notebooks at one point, but changed my mind. Anyway, so there's just all kinds of little ephemera pieces. A lot of it is vintage stuff. Some of it is newer, like these repair tags and the time cards. These tickets, I don't know if these are vintage or not. I got those from, oh my gosh, I can't remember anybody's name right now. Anyway, they were in some Happy Mail. Some bingo cards, and then I love this Centrex telephone directory, dial 9 for outside line. Anyway, so a telephone directory that I thought was kind of cool. And I have like a stack of them. So, okay, and then I gave you a popcorn bag, so you could actually use this to make a journal if you wanted to. I used to make little mini journals out of popcorn bags all the time. One of those little recording ammeter papers goes under here. Some little little words that you could use, you know, in journaling or whatever. And then each one has a writing board that I made out of some kind of box. Like some were made out of dominoes boxes, flashcard boxes, anagram boxes, all kinds of different boxes. And so, you know, there's obviously a little bit of a, you know, this is, you wouldn't want to write on this part, but like right here is pretty smooth. And then either way, you could always just use the back for, you know, writing in your journals. So these guys sort of have two journals. So that's why these are sort of qualifying as monthly minis, because they do each have a mini journal inside them. So I just put like a whole little selection of cards in the pockets, okay, in the pockets that are on the covers. And those are like all vintage cards, not really plain cards, I guess, like poker cards, I mean, except for these little mini ones. I just had a deck of them. So anyway, and then these are some little junk journal pages that I had actually made to use in some Reader's Digests. And I don't know why, but I think I accidentally made too many signatures or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But I found them in a drawer. So, and they fit perfectly into these little envelope booklets. So that's a little mini journal. Just tucks right underneath this belly band. And then, of course, you've got the other like oversized matchbook style journal, which is also like a junk journal. It's got all kinds of different pages, you know, from my collection, my collection of paper. You know, it's the usual stuff. There's some atlas pages, some glassine paper, some ledger, some vintage spelling book pages, some penmanship paper, grid paper. I swear this is the last of the City of Pullman paper. You know, book pages, some more ledger. you know, there's probably about 30 pages or so in there. But the cool thing is that you could refill this if you wanted to, you know. You could also take this out of the journal if you wanted to. All you have to do is, you know, just kind of open these up, open up the little paper holder thingy mabobs, and hold on to the booklet, and then pull them out right here. You know, just pull them out and then reinsert them into the booklet, and then you could sort of just take it with you if you wanted to. Like, it doesn't have to stay in the book, you know. Anyway, and then there's a nice little closure, a couple little tuck spots here, and then some more ephemera type of stuff here in the front. I gave you a couple pockets so you could put those somewhere and something. I don't know, you could put them in here if you wanted, or they would fit into this journal too. Some library catalog cards, a couple tuna decks cards. These are so cool. I love them. A couple guest checks. This is just an old like index card, and then a little divider. So, and there's plenty of room in these guys. So you could, you know, take all your ephemera that you don't know what to do with, and you could store it in here. Like, you could take this little mini journal out and put tons of stuff still in here. And then you've got all these little tuck spots and stuff where you can just hold your, you know, hold your supplies. And plus, I think it's just really nice to look at, right? Like, it just seems so, I don't know, it's just yummy. Anyway, these were really fun to make. Okay, so that's that. So there's actually 12 of them. They either have blue and white ticking or red and white ticking. And when I say that, I mean that it goes along the whole inside of the journal. So this one has the blue. Where's one with red? Whoops. This one has the red. Has the red on the inside. So either way, they both have blue and red. It's just that some of them have the red lining and some have the blue lining. So, you know, if they had a red lining, I used blue ticking here. If they had a blue liner, then I used red ticking here. So, see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm laying down? Anyway, so these are all, oh, it's stuck on my ring. These are all listed in my Etsy shop. There's only 5 photos of each journal per listing. I did do a short little video on there. Etsy claims that people are more likely to buy things if there's a video that goes with it. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. But they do, the price on Etsy does include shipping, so there's no additional charges for shipping. And I don't know what it is outside the U.S., but it is whatever it is outside the U.S. I was pretty accurate with the weight on these. I did weigh them, so the shipping is accurate, you know. Let me put this one back on here. So these are, I mean, they're kind of a pain, I guess, because they're sort of long and you got to wrap it around or whatever. But like I said, it's not necessarily what you need to hold your journal closed. I just thought it looks kind of cool on there. Anyway, and then just a heads up, I do have, so these are the kits. These are the Farmhouse kits. I'll just pull one out and show you really quick what they worked out to be. Lots of little cards. I'm not going to show you every single little piece, but some tuna decks. So I took a lot of the digital ephemera that I have, and I printed out a whole bunch of it, and then just cut it out. I just like printed 4 to a page, so I didn't bother like fussy cutting every one for you, but I figure you guys have the time to do that, right? And then some of those box tops, I gave you some of those, just, you know, as a printed thing. Some of these little price tags, a few book pages. Because I just happened to see them and I thought, oh, I'll add some of those to these kits. These are some really nice Webster's Illustrated Dictionary pages. They're just yummy. I just love these pages, and they're great for, you know, whatever. I don't know how bird pages go with a farmhouse style thing, but they do. They do now, because I say. But anyway, so I had a couple of the Betty or no, the oh my god, Better Homes and Gardens 5-ring binder books, cookbooks that were completely falling apart, and I had to cut them apart. Actually, I'm going to use the covers eventually, but anyway, so I took out all of the dividers, and I gave you some of the pages that were in them that were kind of cool, you know, like, I mean, they're so 60s, you know, but also because some of these recipes are good recipes. Like, I don't know, I saved a lot of the dessert recipe pages because I thought, well, you know, I don't know, like, I think they look yummy, some of them, like a butterscotch peach pie. Who wouldn't want a butterscotch peach pie? You know what I mean? There's a recipe for strawberry rhubarb pie in this one. Anyway, so I did share I saved some recipes for you. Anyway, because that's what cookbooks are good for. So then just some other printed stuff, some recipe cards. I actually did scan the ticking cloth, and, you know, if I wind up going to prison over it, then so be it. But any of this stuff, I guess. I mean, I know I shouldn't be, whatever. I'm not going to go into it, but whatever. These little cards, this is an Old Maid game from, I think it was printed in 1918 or something like that. Really, really cool. There's some controversial stuff on there, but, you know, it's from the era, right? Anyway, and then this was a little crosswords game. I just scanned one letter of one of each letter, and then I copied that ammeter paper. I didn't see a copyright on it, so, you know, and then I scanned some of my sewing stuff, and so you just got like a page of that. Each kit has a different like page. I think I printed like 5 different pages, so you may not get this one exactly in your kit, but it'll be all sewing stuff. And then I just took like some scrapbook paper that I thought was kind of farmhousey or whatever, schoolhousey, and I gave you a little selection of that. This is some little tags, little cards and stuff. And then you'll either get one of the flour bags, like I made the journals out of, or you'll get a cornmeal bag. If you get the cornmeal bag, what I did was, because I mentioned that they're kind of brittle, so I took the fabric pack that goes with it, and I kind of just wrapped the bag around the fabric so that hopefully it won't get creased really hard and break. If it does, I'm really sorry, but I needed to be able to get these into a priority envelope. Anyway, so each one, I had some people requesting red ticking or blue ticking or whatever, or a flour bag or a cornmeal bag or whatever. I'm sorry if I can't keep that all straight, and I just made the kits, and I'm going to send you one, basically. You know, if you specifically wanted a cornmeal bag and you get a flour bag, it's possible that you got a printed cornmeal bag. So if you didn't, just message me and I'll send you a digital or something if you're not happy with whatever you get. Anyway, I think you will be. But then, so each one just has like a little kind of selection. This is some of the fabric washi that I made a long time ago. Anyway, so some quilting. This was actually a curtain. I think I got this from Louise. But I cut it into 20 pieces. I made 20 kits, so I cut it into 20 pieces. So you either get like a strawberry or a butterfly or a daisy. And I tried to make sure that each kit gets at least one of those things. So anyway, so this is the little farmhouse style kit. Oh, one other thing. And then I did a selection of little goodies to make your charms out of. And obviously this is more than enough for one book charm, but all kinds of things. Now, hang on to these if you are thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make those into charms. I'm going to do some videos using the Dremel and how I have it set up to drill all of my little pieces that I use for, I did one before. So, you know, if you want to search on my channel, there is a video before, but I don't think it was very good. So I'm going to try to do it better and give you guys better information. So anyway, so if you have no idea what to do with these, just hold the phone. I'll try to help you out, okay? So anyway, I am going to go back to bed very soon. I only have 3 of these kits left. So if you would like one and you really want to buy it, send me an email and I will send you an invoice. I'm not doing these on Etsy. These are only going through PayPal, okay? So if you want one of the kits, you have to send me an email. And when I send you the invoice, you have to pay the invoice. Just saying. I didn't have any of these left, but now I do for that reason. Anyway, and if you ever in the future purchase something from me and you want to buy something but you don't have the money that day, you have to let me know. Like, you have to tell me. Like, I need you to hold on a week or something, because if I send you an invoice, and I'm just going to rant for just a second, okay? If I send you an invoice, it means that you're buying it now, right? Like, you need to pay it. Otherwise, I'm left going, well, why didn't you pay for it? Like, if I go to a store and I say I want to buy something, I have to pay for it. Like, I have to pay for it then. Like, I can't say, I want this, but can you just, you know, and then just walk out, you know, and expect that it'll still be there. You know what I mean? Like, if you tell me you want to buy something and I send you an invoice, you have to pay the invoice. Like, otherwise, I mean, I try to be super nice about it. I send out a reminder or whatever, but, you know, anyway, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, if I send you an invoice, you need to pay it, like, now, like, as soon as you get it. If you are asking me to wait for the payment, that's fine, but I need you to communicate with me and tell me when you're going to pay it, and then I'm like totally fine with it. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of people that do that, but don't assume that I'm just going to hold on to stuff for you until you decide you're going to pay it, or until you get paid or whatever. So anyway, sorry. Okay, so that's that. If you want one of these kits, I have 3 available. They are $50 plus $7 for shipping, so $57 total. Anyway, send me an email. I will put my email address in the description. And then these are listed on Etsy if you are interested in one of those. Okay? And yeah, so I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to sound crabby about it, but anyway, I'm sure you understand. I'm sick. Okay. All right. Any questions? Leave them in the comments, and hopefully I will be back in a couple days, and we'll chat then. Okay. Love you. Bye for now.